so day 2 of VidCon, I'm much more energized. I got some good sleep last night. That's 2. So because I got here so late yesterday, the ticket registration was closed. I missed most of that initial party thing. So first off, I gotta get my badges. Then I can actually go to some sessions. Got my badge. I got like 80,000 wristbands because that's apparently what you need at VidCon. So now I'm gonna consult my phone and figure out exactly where I want to go. Some good sessions this morning. I watched some really interesting talks from the Young Turks, as well as one of the YouTube diversity people. I can't remember her exact title.
Because your business is future-proofed when it is inclusive from end to end.
I think the thing that I found most interesting here is a lot of brands want to avoid controversy, right? Because they're afraid that it's going to turn away business, that there's going to be a huge amount of people you could essentially alienate. However, the demographic that most of these brands are actually going after, younger people, like, you know, maybe in their 20s or a little bit younger, are interested. They actually said that they would be more likely to purchase from a company or a brand that takes a stand on a controversial issue as opposed to one that stays completely silent. So I think that's the most interesting thing that I've come across. It was fascinating to me to hear essentially the opposite of what every brand that I have ever worked with has said, is that don't be controversial. Don't say anything that could be interpreted the wrong way. Don't do that. You could end up offending someone. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But in reality, you, according to these numbers, according to these metrics, you should be doing it. Taking a stand on these controversial issues can actually gain you customers and people that are interested in what you're doing, as opposed to turn them away, which I think is the traditional thought. I think people look at like the Pepsi Kendall Jenner ad and say, oh, that's them taking a stance on something controversial, they screwed up. But in reality, it's stuff like that that can be really effective. It's just that Pepsi, for instance, did a really bad job of it. Next up on the docket, there is something going on at the YouTube arena with the CEO of YouTube that I'm interested in checking out. So I'm gonna finish up my chicken sandwich here and then head on over for that. Alright, so the YouTube keynote's over. It was okay, honestly. I don't know if I loved it. It was neat to see Rhett and Link and a lot of YouTubers, but it felt kind of more just like an ad for YouTube a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense. A lot of trailers for new YouTube Red shows and YouTube originals. There were some cool new YouTube features, which is great, but it really felt like I was sitting through like an hour-long ad. So this next talk's supposed to be about engaging with your community, improving my ability to like talk to you guys, I guess. Sweet. I would say this room is not quite as fancy as the other rooms that I've been in today.
Thank you so much. This was amazing.
I don't know if I love that panel, to be honest. I didn't feel like it gave me a whole lot. It felt like maybe it was for slightly smaller creators. That was my takeaway there. Still cool, still interesting insights. Huge line. Look at that long line. Then goes in those doors where there is even, look at how big that is. It's crazy. So that huge line is actually what these wristbands are for. It's like a meet and greet thing. So I think if I waited in that line, I could meet Smosh, which I wouldn't mind. I really like Smosh, but I'm not gonna wait in that line to meet Smosh. So we're getting to the end of the day and there's not a whole lot left for me to actually do, but there is a panel on CLICKBAIT that I want to check out. was ClickBait. It was just interesting, kind of fun to hear different perspectives on the ClickBait. My battery is super low, and that was kind of the last panel of the day, so we're gonna do the old... Alright gang, so it's the end of day one of, well, it's actually the end of day 2 of VidCon. The one thing that's kind of weird about this is that the first day, there's like nothing going on. It's purely registration and there's barely any talks or anything like that. Everything seems to have started today, so I actually don't feel as bad about flying in late. So what are my thoughts on VidCon so far? It's cool. I definitely really love the attitude. It's very positive. It's very nice that like people see you and they're like, oh, are you vlogging? That's cool. How many, subs do you have? What's your channel like? It's definitely given me a whole new outlook on YouTube and creators and this community. It's another thing that I guess I don't watch as much YouTube as I'd like to. I watch some, absolutely, but like there's so many creators here that have huge followers. I have no idea who they are, and it would be nice to be more into the YouTube community. It's like right now I could spend all night watching YouTube on my bed, or I could go downstairs and try to vlog some more of that concert for you guys, or I could stay here and get my editing done so that the video's done for tomorrow. So it's like there's so many priorities. It's hard for me to balance sometimes. So yeah, that's it. I gotta end it here because I gotta get editing. I got stuff to do. So anyway, my name is Jeff Wood. You might know me as Minolta 1034, and I will see you next time. Oh man, did you lose your shirt? Did you lose it? Oh, it's right there.
No, I got interviewed and they wanted me to interview topless.
That happens to me all the time, like every day. It's just like...